YouTube? No, I'm down there. Yes, so I've got some running about to do today. So what's you're obviously aware of. I don't look down here. I'm looking at there, right? The K-Pax guitars. This being the wee red bass, just back from download. This is quite strange looking at one camera and seeing another. But there you go. And then the Stratocaster #1. Yes, mental things. Going over to Jen's, and I noticed that she put a thing on Facebook saying, any guitars you don't want? She's just looking for more to paint. So didn't specifically ask me, but I'm going to take a few over. I was thinking of more interesting ones. So here is, I don't know if you can really, I mean, this thing is not clean. I do know this guitar. It's got a dent there on it, which it had brand new because I bought this from Guitar and was it a date on it? SG05 2005 possibly. And then there was damp or something, and one of my guitar students, he actually just said it's too dirty to sell, do you want it? I was like, yes, I'll have it. So I'm not actually sure whether he's getting it back or not. Depends what it looks like. I just think that, see, the not having a scratch plate thing kind of works for the. I'm taking these strings off like this. I wouldn't normally do this. It's just because it's so minging. It's like absolutely horrendous. So basically I'm just going to strip this down. I'll even do it in 2 bits. Is the drill easy to find? The drill is easy to find. Might just take the neck off right now. Avoid as much contamination as possible. It's not that dirty. It's more mouldy than anything else, but this was a really good guitar. I will have a video of this because I couldn't believe how good this one was. Like, it wasn't expensive new either, but I think that's partly where my problem's going. So I keep thinking of this as £100 guitar, which, to be honest, I think it might have been less than that. I think it may have been like 120, and I got it for 100 because it had the dent in it, something like that. Or I don't think it was much more than that. I still think of SGs in the old prices, which was it used to be. It was 225 for the SG 400, which is what I paid for mine, or 215. Oh, God. So, yes. But what I do have, because Scott's got like a wee alcohol spray thing he uses to kill this stuff. I don't have that, but I do have this, which was in my bag from download. So I mean, it's vodka and sun cream, I think, probably. So I'm going to sort of disinfect it with that. I might actually just be an idea just to not actually just try and wipe it first. All this stuff's coming off, but I'd rather just get some of it out the way before. Well, so these things are all poly, so it should get up. Oh, I'll be able to show you my special tactic with these. If I can find the hammer. Like, a lot of people not accepting the fact that you can take these out with a claw hammer is the best way of doing it, or my preferred solution. Right. Vodka disinfectant, here we come. I'll clean it. No, I'll find it first. I'll take them out first. Right. Hammer. Pause to find hammer. Hammer found. Also, I bought these containers because my plan for download I was going to make lots of pasta and take it with me. Never did that. So I'll just keep all the bits in there. Also, I quite like the idea of using these containers because I can kind of give them a WD-40 bath. You know, put any particularly manky or corroded bits, especially the tuners and stuff, just absolutely coat them in WD-40, put the lid back on again, give it a shake and leave it overnight. Maybe it will salvage some parts. What I really want here is some sort of paddy thing to not damage it, but take these things out. There's lots of very complicated ways of doing it, or you can just apply very firm, deliberate pressure with a claw hammer. Obviously this is the time that it's not going to work. Okay, that one didn't want to let go. See, I mean, it is actually quite controllable. There's an awful lot of people telling you to heat it up with a soldering iron and do all sorts of crazy stuff, and really. Bear in mind, this is an Epiphone that's about to get, well, hopefully, if Jen wants to paint it, about to get graffitied or something. She's done more guitars, and she's not. I think you might have caught her in the graffiti phase. Now they're not quite looking exactly the same. So there's almost that being the first one ever done, and then they've kind of evolved. Now they've kind of look even weirder. Sort of. They're less. I don't know if they're less colourful. They look great though. Really looking forward to see what the next one's going to do. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this neck. I mean, I wonder. See, I don't know, but the problem with the layers of paint is I'm not sure how many layers of paint. You know, if you've got the bit that your hands on, I don't know if you could do a transition. Obviously, just do the body. It doesn't really matter if the paint's quite thick at bits and stuff like that, because it is. I'm just basically taking all the screws out. I don't want Ginger to think I'm just giving her guitars that I don't want to. I can't be bothered doing myself. Well, I will still be doing myself. But we've kind of still not finished one either. I'm not, because I was in a rush for download, and I've now got a wedding that I'd forgotten about on this weekend. So that's hence why you're getting videos like this rather than actual videos of the stuff that I should be doing. Something. You know, a lighter's not a good idea. What's a good thing? Metal plate might be a good thing. Just, I mean, to be honest, this guitar anyway was getting 100% stripped down. It's too manky to contemplate. It's how it's got to be. It's worth it though. The thing about this, even this specific one, I don't know how good their quality control was at the time, but I mean this I know this guitar's good because I tried every guitar in Glasgow. I know, that's happy about first guitar, or was it his first guitar? I think it was. I don't know if he had a cheap one before that. I don't think he did. Or did he have like a Squire Strat or something? I can't remember. He was into AC/DC. I was like, well, he liked AC/DC. Well, that's fine. SG's for you then. He actually plays acoustic more now. Good. I enjoyed doing the guitar lessons. At one point I had 5 students. That's what I did on a Friday. I did guitar lessons. It's amazing how good like younger kids are. I don't know, I'm talking about 10, 12, something like that. How quickly they can pick up things on the guitar. You just tell them something's easy and they just go, oh, is it? Okay. And then by the next week they can do it because you told them it was easy, so they believe you. Whereas if you try and tell somebody slightly older, yeah, it's easy. No, it isn't. Okay. So this is, you can see where it's made. It's probably a Chinese one. The thing that's pretty funny about these is they often look fun. This one I think is actually the best of the bolt-on neck Epiphone ones because it's it doesn't, the scratch plate looks wrong because the neck's in the wrong place for an SG. It kind of doesn't look like an SG when you put a scratch plate on it because you can totally see the similar thing happens with like a Telecaster or a Strat. You know, if it's should I disconnect that? I did. Right, that just needs. I saw them a minute ago. There we are. Physical barriers. I've got a funny feeling that's going to break. They're not the highest quality switches they put in Epiphones. No, I'm just snipping the wires. I don't know whether these pickups will be going back in again or not. They might be, because from memory they were pretty good. I need to watch my video and see how. I'm pretty sure I remember it being really good. Big pots. That's unless I fitted them. I don't think I would have. Maybe I did. But really today I'm not actually looking at the rest of the. Weird having a camera up there. The rebuild. I'm not. Maybe if I did another one looking at the neck. Basically, I'm just going to pour vodka all over that neck and hopefully it'll lift out some of the crap out of it. Definitely take the tuners off. Stick them in a WD-40 bath. Possibly, if I've got some lying about, put other tuners on it. It kind of depends what the guitar looks like. My pal Alex painted the hardware, like the tunematic and stuff, on one of his guitars white, and it didn't look great, but the idea was there. Well, it doesn't need one because the other one goes into the where the 4-bolt neck is. So, it's plywood. There you go. Just goes to show, tone definitely makes a. I'll need to do I'll do a comparison with this and the G400 original Epiphone, because this was less than half the price. This is a special. At the time, it was the G300, 310, and the G400 were the two models you could get. Right. I'm going to try and do this with a monkey wrench. So, the monkey wrench is kind of like the step before the angle grinder, but it'll grip it. If I had WD-40, this would be getting sprayed with it first. I don't. Actually, it is turning, it's just that the back's turning as well. How can I hold that? Oh. Get that lucky it didn't land on my bare foot. Right. I may have destroyed the switch. This may not be getting the switch back in it. This may be getting P90s put in it. Nah. It's alright. Is that poker chip going to come off? I think it will. I think it will actually look pretty good with a poker chip. Just be held on with double-sided sellotape or something probably. Yes, I'm using an unshielded Stanley knife blade. Right. Download vodka, here we go. Or some sort of. You can actually see the scratch now that was on it, 'cause it was the only one they had left. I didn't have to do that much setup to it either. Guitar's worst nightmare going in. Up to right. Not even buying it for myself. It might be a bit more than that actually. Maybe 180. No. could probably set fire to this actually. An idea of it. Burn out the dirt. At least I'm getting to use some of that vodka. The amount of booze we were smuggling into. I mean, we weren't obviously smuggling booze, but just the amount we drank was ridiculous. I bought a litre of Smirnoff and a litre of Morgan Spiced or something like that. So even though I didn't even see the bottles. By the time I saw them, they were decanted into wee plastic Highland Spring bottles and passed about. Shot! Yeah, I'm going for that being kind of sanitised almost enough for. It's always good to see what kind of condition it was in. But I think it got wet or something I've forgotten about, or I'm not really sure exactly what the story is. But being finest tone ply, oh. Actually, I mean, it looks good. Really delving into the AMSRS, ASMR, whatever it is now. The thing which makes it kind of weird about this one is it's like I kind of know it doesn't have AIDS or anything like that because I know whose it is, or was. Tempted just gets snippers. Just snip these things off, get them out the guitar. Oh. Bet you at Queen's Alcoquero. I'm not using any specialist equipment. It is expensive to get the vodka because you have to buy a camping ticket for download to get it properly cooked and fermented in a rucksack over weekends and then infused with suntan lotion and cheetah's piss and various other things. I don't know if it's actually even worth trying to do anything with these tuners. They are the cheap type, but hopefully not the cheapest of cheap bastard cheap, because if these come out, which they do, well done Epiphone, these are not the really cheapy shitty terrible ones that you can't even get the screws out of. Temperature though, so hot. Did you enjoy my bringing Formula 1 back? Didn't do it for very long, too drunk, but the idea was there. I just needed a third person to be more enthusiastic about it. Somebody maybe not as drunk as me and Wayne. A third person, not just me and Wayne going, yeah, let's do it. That was totally kicking his ass though. In the Red Bull. I'm kind of looking forward to this bit, the bit where I wipe all the crap off the headstock with vodka and you see go up here, oh look, it's an Epiphone. I think in below it all this. I think I'm just going to do I even get the headstock done? You know, Jen's been doing headstocks and they look fantastic. I wonder if you can just paint on it but leave it saying Epiphone, because even though it's the cheapest of Epiphones, So guitars I'm going to take over. I'm going to take over a Yamaha RBX bass, which I'm actually about to take the tuners off. Because that's a really good bass. It's really ugly. Because I don't like the look of it, I've been it's just sat there in bits. I've not bothered reassembling it. The thing is, it's a Yamaha and it's a 400 series, so it's a proper cool. I've got all the pickups and stuff. I think the pickup covers are a wee bit smashed-y, broken-y, but I'm thinking I'll be able to make something that'll active circuit and all that. So, see, you can see it was an Epiphone. Let's get some infused vodka on that. Oh, it's a special SG model. I'm going to chip out the headstock. That chip's kind of making me think maybe I should just get it. Was the old Epiphone headstock. Right, how am I going to get them out? Just knock it out with that. Can I just go? It's almost exactly the right diameter. There you go. You can just use the thing for your socket set. It's exactly the right diameter. Poke out ferrules. But having ferrules means that you either have to put Claussons on this or drill the holes bigger to take, like Gotor type tuners. I don't know whether these will be savable. I don't really know what to do with this guitar. Never commit to anything before it gets to the end. Mine can be changed. I'm kind of tempted to ask her to, if she could kind of go for the sort of, I don't know. So I could suggest it, whether she does it or not, it depends on how it goes, I think, but it'd be nice if I could get it in sort of black and purple, Black Sabbath Master of Reality colours, wouldn't it? I don't think I'd be able to convince Craig to play an Epiphone in the Black Sabbath band. He's right, so what Scott uses is a wee spray with just rubbing alcohol on it, so I'm just putting actual booze on, hoping that it'll loosen crap off and give it a nice vodka-y flavour perhaps. Do not condition harmonicas and whiskey. So it'll be interesting to see if vodka actually counts as a bona fide way of cleaning a fretboard. It's actually not doing too badly, has to be said. And then depending on how they took a drink of that vodka, that would have been a horrendous mistake. So, is vodka a good thing to use for this? It's not making it dirtier. I'm not sure kitchen roll's the right stuff to be using for this. It just makes such a difference to having, like, you know, like when you get the fretboard cleaned up and stuff, and you actually, I mean, this'll end, I bet you this ends up looking better than what probably most people's guitar fretboards look like, and this one was absolutely hideous just half an hour ago. So I'm just doing this to get rid of the dirt, and then I'll be using fretboard conditioner and stuff to linseed oil to shine it up nicely. Another good thing about this was because I know it was damp damaged, and then forgotten about it for a couple of years. This is not human dirt as much as it could have been. It has actually cleaned the fretboard quite nicely. I might store the rest of the various types of booze that I've got sitting in the hall in small plastic containers for this exact reason. Quality vodka as well, not cheap stuff. Smirnoff. So much cheaper down in England as well. It was only 12 quid for a litre. Here it's like 15 quid for 750 because we've got a minimum pricing law thing. Yeah, that's made a huge difference. Yes. Not quite there. I think maybe part of it's to maybe let it sit a bit longer. A half-hour video, that'll do. So there you go. There's stripping an Epiphone SG Special from, what did I say, 2005. Probably sounds about right. Yes, these are good guitars. What I was saying there about the problem with these and the scratch plate is an SG. Normally, the 22nd fret is normally here, which is really annoying because you end up with a wee bit there, a bit of plastic, but it's like it's maybe there. There's where your 22nd fret normally is. So the neck is closer in to the body, which means that the bridge is further down here, which means the scratch plate kind of is a different shape because it doesn't contain this bit. It makes the guitar slightly less neck heavy. Still the same scale length, but it means that this area here, the bridge is there instead of, or it doesn't really matter where that is, but the bridge would on an SG be here somewhere, not here, another 2 frets down. But I think that's going to look absolutely wonderful. See when it's got one of these, some sort of paint job on it. It's going to be a belter. Catch you later. I don't know what sort of videos you'll be getting over the next few days. I'll be back for the Sunday live stream though. I might be in a pure nick, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm kind of getting used to drinking all the time now. I might have a summer of booze this year. So, rock on!